Actually, maybe I should have waited until I got the link to the stream before hitting the go live button. But I guess the sooner I go live, the sooner I can go offline. Because basically, hey, this is a little test that I'm doing to... What a way to waste a Pokeball. I decided to do a little stream in the middle of the day because I wanted to stream this weekend but didn't have the time, but I do have it now. And I just got done setting up a new capture card. So here we are. I'm not even sure how much in the commenting mindset I am at the moment. Half of me kind of wonders if I should have just waited a couple more hours for it to be closer to the evening, but we're here, I got the time, so I figure I run with it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna try to get shareable link for the stream to share around a little bit. I'm a little conflicted if I want to go the whole extra mile of sharing the stream everywhere versus not. So, hey. That takes care of that there. I shouldn't have closed Discord because I gotta at least share it on my own Discord at the very least. Live with a random... Oh, speaking of setting things up, I don't think I ever hit the start the Twitch stream button. That would be a smart idea if I'm gonna do a stream at both places anyways. Alright, so good on that angle, got blue sky. So I got a new capture card a week back. Let's just say a week back. And I decided to go live for a little bit to test it out and maybe get a Hisui shiny along the way. And I'm not pulling up Twitter just to say that I'm live. I don't even think anyone, even before all the drama, I don't think anyone actually followed me. Or at least there's never really been a correlation between people who follow me on Twitter/X versus actually coming to the live stream, at least from what I can tell. You know what? And the Tumblr is not really worth it, and don't need to bore everyone with the details of stream. Rewards enable on channel. Subscribe to earn rewards. I'm not even in a Twitch affiliate, so why did that pop up on my OBS window of all things? Oh well, okay, I guess. So, the main mission here isn't too different from the main mission in general. Find massive mass outbreaks of Hisui shinies, or Hisui Pokemon. Hope that they're shiny and go for them. Ideally of the Hisui Pokemon that I don't already have shiny Pokemon of. How that all pans out? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. One day things will be... I mean... One day either things will be consistent, or I'll be doing something so cool and awesome that it'll be worth it that I'm not consistent. Oh, that is a basculin outbreak. That is probably one of the more tricky ones for me to find, so... Yeah, I say go with it. Question is, do I want to grab anything along the way? I feel like I have plenty of shiny spiels. I never actually set up the pop filter. Give me a sec. It won't take long, but it might be a little noisy along the way. Allegedly, it won't take too long. Literally an arm reach, and yet... Yeah. I gotta actually remember to listen back on this stream, if nothing else. You know what, sure, if it's along the way, I can at least fly by over these. I don't think I'm going to bother with Magby, because if there's anything in here that I would want a duplicate of, is Cheddar. And I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what point I'm trying to get at beyond all of that. So, man, it's tough because this would be a good opportunity to talk about what I've been up to lately, but I kind of been off of work for the week, so I haven't had really too much to talk about. It's mostly just been using that spare time to work on videos, and I mean, I'm not even sure if I've really been working too much on videos as much as I've just been chilling. No, I forgot. I was only going to quickly fly over that raid, or that outbreak. I have been getting a lot of walking in. I guess I can talk about that. First, if there's any Pokemon Go players out in the audience, am I the only one who's kind of been annoyed with max raids and how they've been implemented into Pokemon Go? I can't help it. I'm like a little annoyed with it. I had a little bit of promise, like at first with how easy the tier 1 raids were. It seemed like a perfect opportunity for more casual rural players to get involved in the raiding scene. But with the way they introduced the tier 3 raids, I'm kind of afraid that it's just more of the same. It's just raiding, but worse for the rural environment. What am I doing? I was supposed to get the satchel. Whatever. There's only one thing I should be prioritizing right now. And that's fish. Yeah, the feel. I don't really have too many people around in the area to play with, so the Phalanx raids that have been come out more recently, I gotta be honest, are a little bit discouraging. Shoot. Come on. I think the good news is that even though these guys are more likely to run, I'll know if one of them is shiny because of the sparkles. Come on, Basket Legion. This way. Trying to catch them in the water like this, though, is a pain. Alright, so that's it for that outbreak. I guess I'll grab the satchel while I'm over here. No, I should be focusing on the outbreak while I can. I mean, it's kind of odd that they go from all this focus on tier 1s to an incredibly hard, at least hard to solo, tier 3 Dynamax raid, and then back to easy tier 1s with the whole Ghastly thing. Kind of rolled up the vibes of how this whole ordeal with them is even going to pan out. And I was feeling pretty good because I thought I just figured out something in handling the Phalanx, because I was able to do one, but when I took those same Pokemon to do other raids, it wouldn't work. And no, it wasn't the Pokemon thing. If anything, the raids that I failed at was the raids that actually had other people sitting in the Dynamax raid. The one that I did by myself was the one that didn't actually have any Dynamax in there, so I was just like, screw it. Because the problem is I was struggling with Beldum too, so I only got one Beldum from those Dynamax raids. Come on, chat, you're not part water. As I was saying though, it just feels like a mess. It's a shame because I was looking forward to actually doing more raids, because I don't really get the places I walk at don't really have a lot of people to do raids with. So unless I can actually remote invite people to the raids, I often have to just pass on them, which as of late definitely resulted in me missing out on quite a few legendaries in that. And the dumb part is because, like all post-COVID features that Niantic introduced, you cannot use a remote raid pass on it. Because why would you? I guess, like, it's hard to mix this in when I was just done being seriously salty, but if you could humor me with a little bit of a conspiracy theory. Part of me wants... I jokingly would claim that this is just one big conspiracy for Niantic to try to phase out remote raid passes altogether, because you have this whole Dynamax system, and you got Pokemon that are exclusive. Like, ever since Dynamax was a thing, or I mean, ever since we've gone into a post-pandemic era, they kept introducing more and more raids that don't involve, that you can't remote pass into. Like, first I believe were those raids that appear post-Community Day, and then you got the raids that are short. Then you got the Shadow raids. I may be mixing up the order of those two things ever so slightly. And I swear there's the not EX raids, whatever they are now. And now we have Dynamax raids. And I feel like Dynamax has the most potential to just phase out remote raiding altogether. Oh, cool. I've been spot. But maybe this will give me an opportunity to actually go back to rambling for a little bit. After I take a little sip. I wish I could remember what things I had to do with Gayle still. Because I wasn't paying attention to see if I actually got you did a thing after that battle. We'll have to keep our eyes open for it this time. Assuming I don't get completely obliterated by... I was going to say flying type moves, but just a normal Staravia attack. What was that noise? Oh, that's what Gayle sounds like. For some reason, I thought like my capture device was freaking out. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. What does Gayle still need to do? I recently added it to the party, so there's gotta be something. Sword stance, close combat. Ah, it's agile moves, not strong style moves. Screenshots of second before disaster, I see. The fun part's going to be to see if I can actually react to it. So what was I on about before that huge tangent? Pokemon Go raids. Oh yeah, my silly tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. So, like with Dynamax event, with Max raids, they can put literally any Pokemon in it. So it started out with people speculating of Dynamax raid being a way to get more variety of legendary Pokemon into the raiding pool. Nothing confirmed by Niantic, by the way, just speculation within the community. And I'm thinking one step further of like, what if they slowly phase out, since you can't remote raid into a max raid, what if somehow, when I say out, the more I say it out loud, the more silly it sounds. It's hard for me to even finish the sentence, but what if going for raids, what if they get us so used to max raids that we just reach a point where they don't need to do regular raids, and they can finally get rid of remote raiding. Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd at least be on to something funny with all that, but doesn't even sound like that anymore. So, no luck with the Basculin. But I can't remember how many raids, or how... You see, I'm talking about raids, and now I'm getting mass outbreaks mixed up with raids. And it's gonna just drive me nuts, I think. How about I just jump the shark in the tangents altogether and talk about Mario Party Jamboree. Probably the hip new game that's come out recently, unless you actually paid extra to play Sonic XL Generations early. I still have to wait till Friday for that game, but I am looking forward to it. But in the meantime, between Mario Party Jamboree and that mod that JDaster recently shared for Thousand Year Door, Tower of Trials, I believe, I have plenty to keep me busy. I'll try and remember to get back into that now that I brought it up, but I should probably talk about Jamboree a little bit. Very solid Mario Party. I could see the argument for it being one of the best Mario Parties since the GameCube era. But there's something about it just not vibing with me, at least with the boards. I haven't played a ton, but I have played the boards twice. Once with computers and once online, and let's just say I had a bad experience with the online thing. Nothing to do with the game itself. Nothing to do with the people I was playing with itself. But it was just a real testament to just how long-winded the new boards can be. Between all the Jamboree buddies taking us out 3 minutes for their mini games, and it's like they're not bad mini games, but they also could. I feel like a lot of them could easily have been condensed into a normal length mini game. Take Mario's game, for example, which is literally just 3 different mini games from older Mario parties clumped together. I think the most atrocious example is Donkey Kong's mini game. Because, man, that felt like that rhythm game just went on for way too long. And it feels like they bloated. I guess the issue I have with the mini game lengths is that it feels like they bloated out the game. Just to make it more important, make it more special, because you're doing the minigame to earn a Jamboree buddy. So it has to be a huge deal. But, I mean, take Donkey Kong minigames from the GameCube era as an example. Like, you could make the same argument that those should be big, long minigames, because this whole ordeal, DK is going to give you a prize based on how many stuff you collect. And yet, those don't really seem like much longer, if any longer, than a typical minigame. If nothing else, they definitely don't feel like padding. I guess that's the issue I'm getting at. Not necessarily the length, but the fact that you notice the length. Let's see. That should take care of all the stashes here. I forgot to check the APOM trees, which, while I'm here, I might as well. And I'm also kind of wondering if I should just sit out here, because I still have a few research tasks from Magnemites to check out. I think I either have to catch or defeat a few more. Ugh. Unfortunately, I don't think it's this tree that can have 8 palms. I think it's the tree slightly further up ahead. It's unfortunate because my gut tells me that if there's no APOM in this tree, then why would there be an APOM in any of the trees in this general area? It just would be too lucky if there was 2 shaking trees that close together. Yeah. Why? This whole sub area is called APOM Hill. Why is there literally only 2 trees in this entire game? Not just in this area, but this entire game. They can have APOMs spawn in them. And, like, it'd be cool. I'd be able to brush it off as a cool Easter egg if it wasn't for the fact that you have to, like, find 15 APOMs from these trees in order to complete APOM's field research. Or should I say master it? We can check the Pokedex real quick, because there is a difference, and I'm not sure. Perfect. Complete versus perfect. Yeah, in order to perfect APOM's Pokedex entry, yeah, like, why, Game Freak? I don't mind the long grind as much as other people in this game, but the freaking APOM thing just drives me nuts. I think, like, APOM in particular is the one reason that I just know I won't be able to reach my goal of mastering all the Pokedex entries before Legends ZA comes out. And I wasn't even paying attention to how many Basculins are here, which I would like to do because I do have a little app that tracks, just for the fun of it, tracks how many checks I do before getting the shiny Pokemon. Let's say that was 6 and just round it out. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, out of all the Pokemon I'm hunting, I think I found the least amount of basculins. Ugh. I had a feeling this would happen. Okay, that wasn't that. Okay, that wasn't that bad, man. But that was a phone call from my folks letting me know that they picked up dinner, and I'm tempted to go get it now while it's hot, but I haven't even streamed for half an hour yet. I could shake it off as well. This is a test, so it wouldn't be that long anyways. But half an hour is short for even me. See, this is the sort of stuff of why I typically wait until the evening to stream, even if I got the time and meaning to do so otherwise. I forgot if I saved, but it's fine. Nothing too important happened, and it might be quicker to do a soft reset. Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm gonna just compromise with myself, do one more massive mass outbreak, and then step aside. If I'm feeling ambitious enough, I might come back to this in a couple hours after I get something to eat. Huh? Oh, hey, Void. What are you hunting if your main targets? Basically, any Hisui Pokemon I don't have already. So, I'm bouncing between a handful of targets. Basculin was one of them. And, okay, I got the list of everything else. Rowlet, Stantler, Cypher, Quillfish, Logan or its pre-evolved form, and Avalugg. And it's not going to be the most efficient hunt because I'm trying to at least get check marks on my Pokedex along the way. That's just always the way I've always prefer hunting. To assure, because that way, even if I don't find what I'm looking for, or even if I don't find shiny Pokemon in general, I get something out of the time I put into the game. Alright. Let's take a look. Fortunately, yet unfortunately, Voltorb is one that I've already got. I'll take a quick peek, since it's right here. Because, like, hey, the berries are nothing to me at this point. If there's a shiny just waiting in the corner, it's worth checking to find out. Okay, thanks. The good news is, like, we still have plenty of time until Legends ZA actually comes out, so I do got plenty of time to get the rest of these Pokemon before the game comes out. Even if I'm taking a super casual, well, let's just say a casual rate with other projects and activities that I juggle in between. And it feels a little unfair to even say it's the hunt, especially if I do end things off early. Because mostly this is just a way to actually find out of course, when I want to just get one more massive mass outbreak, the game is giving me a hard time actually getting what I want. Of course, when I want to be short, sweet, and swift. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm glad that you're glad that ZA is going to be. Hmm. I mean, I guess if you call Legends Arceus a Sinnoh remake, I can see what you mean about ZA being X and Y remakes. But otherwise, I like the aspect that this goes for of like feeling having enough familiarity to appeal to people's nostalgia, but still being a fresh and unique experience for people who could care less or could care more. I can never remember exactly how the saying goes. Like everyone says, "Oh, I could care less," but when I think more about it, like, if you could care less, you sure you don't mean to say I could care more, because the whole point is that you don't care that much. I don't know. I'm my mind's just having shower thoughts, I guess. Get. Let's see if maybe we can get another Basculin outbreak. Ah, perfect. Be cool if we could get two at one of these time, but I'm not complaining. Like, something that lets me have a quick check isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, there's a few Basculegions in this particular set. And of course they have gender differences. They have color gender differences, which is gonna confuse my shiny stack. My shiny instincts. Basculin is stressful to hunt because it runs so fast and can't really hide unless you have smoke bombs. Exactly. Like water hunts in general are annoying, but at least I am far enough in the game and have so many resources that I essentially have infinite supplies of anything I could possibly need. It was a little bit annoying to complete the Pokedex for it, though. Mm. Oh, that's fast. I don't know how I'll feel if I skip the middleman and just immediately get a shiny Basculegion, because like the goal is just to get one per family, but at the same time I kind of would like to get both. Let's see, but you also got super lucky in a Basculin outbreak and find a shiny alpha female Basculegion. Yeah, I can imagine you being real shocked from that in particular. Oof. Oh. But what do I need to do with like Moffin and I assume Moffin's on here because there's stuff to do with it, but I couldn't tell you what that stuff was. in the process. All the shinies you find are female. Well, that's not the worst curse in the world. You could be cursed to only be able to find male shinies, and that way you would never be able to get a shiny Queen. Now that I mention it, I don't think there's a single Pokemon that's tied to a male. Well, I guess Gallade. But I guess tied exclusively to a male evolution, like, that you would be locked out of if you had the whole curse to only find male shiny Pokemon ordeal. Mothin. Oh, right. Moffin's a male Burmy evil. And I take it you like shiny Moffin? Wouldn't shock me. It's got some nice colors. I got one randomly in a online trade once, specifically in this game. So I can see how it looks. Granted, I have trust issues with everything I get from random online trades, especially this late into the game's life. So I held on to that shiny just in case, but it's about a 50-50 coin flip of which ones are legit and which ones were, let's just say, not legit. Dang, that was fast. Do I even want to ride out the rest of this outbreak? I think I'm good. Sorry, I'm just having a deep internal debate with myself of if I should go for one more or if I should end stream off here, because like it is very early to end off a stream, but the timing of everything else is kind of has me tempted. You're currently hunting for all the ride Pokemon. Right now you got both Basculegion, Shiny Braviary, Alpha Shiny Ursaluna, and Sneasler, but no Wadeer. Yeah, Wadeer eludes myself. I think I'll try to get one more mass outbreak and just see how long it takes. Oh, I forgot to say first. It's fine. I'm just going off of things I read to make this process quicker. Well, I'm not even sure how necessary it would even be. I could see it saving slightly more time than just going through this more naturally, the whole soft resetting that I was doing before. But if you take loading screens into account, not really that much more time. So, I don't know. Well, I mean, I gotta check it out, because it could have Petalittles. And that is something that I need. Where are you, Mai? Actually, would it be like, how else do you say that besides Mai? But I know Mai is spelled in pretty much every other way besides that. Ma? No, that doesn't sound right either. Let's see. Also, you're hunting in Pokemon Shield to get all the shiny Reggies. Right now you got Steel and Drago. Oh, so you're going for the ones outside of Dynamax Adventure as well. That's interesting. I assume that the most I've put gameplay wise into Pokemon Sword and Shield is Dynamax Adventure. So I'm rusty with pretty much all the other details of that game, but I assume what you have to do for that is soft reset in front of it. Right? See, I should be under. I thought I was under low latency stream, and a cool part of this capture device is that it is completely. I don't. In the past, with my older capture card, I had to put a little bit of delay on the mic in order to have my commentary synced up with the gameplay. But the cool part about this new capture card is I don't have to do that anymore. There's no mic delays, so assuming that I'm on low latency, the amount of time between chat and between when people chat and when I see the chat is as low as ever. In fact, like, I see like you saying yeah as I'm monologuing about this capture device, so I'm pretty confident that things are a lot quicker than before. Your shiny Draco inspired you to hunt for them all because you got that shiny Regidrago on your first encounter of it. That's wild. Alright. Definitely got choices here. I guess I've been to... I don't recall if anything in Cornet could really spawn. They haven't gotten yet. So I'll just go to Feelings to be safe because I know I need either Stantler or Cypher. And both of those can show up there. Yeah, you're doing normal playthrough. Those are always the funnest shinies, just the ones that happen completely naturally. It reminds me a bit of my first playthrough of Scarlet. I have mixed feelings about the game, but the one thing that was really fun... Oh, I almost reset over a Cypher outbreak. But yeah, the coolest thing about that was, like, within the first round of the game, I was roaming around and found a shiny Azurill, I think is how it's pronounced. Just roaming around the water in my first and only playthrough. And of course, that even though I probably use Azurill way too often between playthroughs and the few times back in the days that I actually did competitive. Of course I was putting that shiny Azurill on the team. Because why wouldn't I? Yeah, I really should stop sitting in Gallade. I don't know why I think that's the most optimal thing to bring against flying types when that's literally the opposite of the case of how that normally goes down. that's a sad story. Maybe once we're a little more in the clear, I'll read that out loud. But yeah, I've been fortunate enough not to run into the horror stories of finding a shiny Pokemon before you have the means to capture the Pokemon. Well, that was quick and disappointing. Well, I mean that whole type of situation too. Even though I was referring more so to how quickly that cipher outbreak went out without a lack of anything notable. Something happened in your first few minutes of the game where you found a shiny Zubat, but you didn't have any Pokeballs. Since you wasted them all on Alpha Pokemon, so over your low vocab. But ended up finding a shiny Golbat a month ago. Nice. I guess you could chalk that up to all's well that ends well. Let's see. I'm not really too invested into this massive outbreak. For some reason in my mind, I'm focused a lot more. And typically I would just like run around and do as many outbreaks in a mass outbreak. Even though I'm just hunting for specific Pokemon just to keep things interesting. The point I'm getting at though is that today in particular, I just really seem... Shoot, I swear. Okay, that's already been mastered. It's fine. I thought I woke up that Munchlax and... Sorry, a lot's happening. And one of these days, I'll take the time to grind out this quest, but I don't think today's that day. It does not... Feels like I should just... catch the Snorlax and run. Especially before it sees me, but I could maybe get away with one more. The more I get done now, the less I have to worry about when that inevitable grinding happens. Oh, great. I can't believe the sucker got out of a Gigaton ball, especially used in the most efficient way possible. Alright, Glenn, I guess you can have a couple more berries. Yeah, I love shiny Chatot as well. It helps that I like normal Chatot. Man, how has he not seen me yet? Works to my favor. But yeah, Chad's probably one of my favorite Pokemon from that particular generation. And it took me ages. Like, I had Chadot's Pokedex entry maxed out and perfected a while ago because it was one of the main team members that I took on that adventure. But somehow it eluded me for so long. I forget exactly how far into the list of all the shiny Pokemon I've gotten into this game Chatot was. But I did eventually get one. You know, I do keep clips of every shiny I get, even off screen. Because with the way things have changed for me in YouTube, I don't know if I'll still be able to do it. But there was a time that I did want to make a video of every shiny Pokemon that I caught in this game this year. But with the amount of tinkering that I've been doing with learning game design software, I'm not sure. I'm a little confused of where my future with YouTube's gonna be at the moment. Like, I doubt I'm gonna stop making videos or streaming altogether, but I could see it becoming much more inconsistent or something like that. I'm kind of just waiting until I finish my current major project, the unofficial game that I'm working on related to Golden Sun, before really making any drastic decisions one way or another. I've mostly been taking a break from videos this week, or this month, to focus on some of my more original characters. Because I have a little tradition of just, like, dedicating October to talking about OCs and all that. Also, your first shiny ever was actually Stunky. I mean, the first one that you actually caught. I don't know why I'm catching these Driftlooms. That they're not part of the outbreak. I just got... I just put my brain on autopilot because I was commentating and completely forgot why I was over here. I'm trying to be a good Samaritan and find the satchel, but it's just so blended into the ground that I can hardly even bother. Let's see. I don't even know why I'm going for the Wurmple. I think Shiny Wurmple was one of the more recent shinies that I've gotten in this game. Because, especially when you're not doing the most efficient thing and just focusing exclusively on the outbreaks that you're looking for, it's very easy to find Pokemon besides the ones that you are looking for. But I feel like I would get incredibly bored of this game if I just soft resetted all the time and didn't just wing things out every now and then. And let's see. Yeah, this is probably the worst of both worlds at this point. Dinner's probably cold, and the stream's still a bit short, but at least it's closer to an hour long instead of half an hour long. So, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. No promises, but I might come back to this later on today. So I wanted to thank... Before you go, though, I want to thank you, Void, for showing up to the chat. It was fun talking to you. And if I do stream later on today, I will put it up. It's like, I'll do the whole stream thing of, like, scheduling it. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you should be able to see when I go live. Otherwise, I'll just say take care. Just another save. Maybe, like, make sure that I don't stop the stream before the video actually has. Okay, and no pressure either way. Like, this... I'm sure that's apparent, but I just want to make sure that it's clear that there's no pressure. Because I say, because this definitely won't be the last time I play this game, either via streaming or as a video. At the very least, I'll probably play this game again when I do next month Game & Show, which is basically just a blog, or a vlog, but with Legends Arceus gameplay. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna just say take care one more time, because I'm blanking out on a good way to close off the stream. So, take care. Video Ashley has.